A young independent India was dragged into continuous wars by our war-thirsty neighbours, Pakistan and China. This, coupled with the myopic vision of earlier Congress regimes, created an undesirable dependency on imported weapon systems. Later Congress's regimes were inflicted with an inferiority complex. Over the years, they kept vetoing any voice for indigenisation of any defense system by bluntly snubbing it with the hysteria of sub-standardisation. However, the tide changed after 2014. The newly elected Prime Minister gave a clarion call under the flagship program Make in India for defense manufacturing. In just 8 years, the Make in India defense cub has fully grown into a scary lion that is now giving nightmares to our enemy nations, China and Pakistan. Namaste and welcome to TFIPost. I am your host Savita Mishra. If you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. If you are watching us on Facebook, do like, share and follow the page. Let's begin with the video report. On 22nd of December, the Defence Acquisition Council (DAC) approved the acceptance of necessity for 24 capital acquisition proposals. After this, the Indian Armed Forces will be able to acquire defence equipments worth of 84,328 crore. The proposals include futuristic infantry combat vehicles, light tanks, naval anti-ship missiles, and next-generation offshore patrol vessels, among others.
Why do the Tripathi Brahmins of Mirzapur eat mutton with such gluttony? Was Ramadev Singh really a crook? There are many such questions, but answer will be found only in one place, TFI Entertainment channel. Click here to subscribe. See you there.
The breakdown of these 24 proposals includes 6 for the Indian Army, 6 for Indian Air Force, and 10 for Indian Navy and 2 for Indian Coast Guard. It is remarkable to note that around 97.4% proposals have been approved for procurement from indigenous sources. 21 proposals have been marked specifically for indigenous procurement. With it, the Modi government has given a strong impetus to Make in India defense as well as empowered the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat in the defense sector. Have you ever faced the fear of failure and given up before even trying to change the unfavorable status quo? In fact, we all have at some point of time. But can a sovereign nation afford that liberty? To just intellectualize India's long-term import dependence in the defense sector may be credited to the same. But when we look at it analytically and connect some dots, the reason for import dependence seems to be something else. A few examples like the Jeep scam, Bofors scam, Adarsh Housing Society scam, and Augusta Westland scam are enough to make us ponder on that angle. Taking upright decisions, PM Modi has been rapidly changing this unfavorable dependency on defense imports. During the last 2 years alone, the Modi government has imposed a phase-wise import ban on 411 different weapons and systems. This was done solely with the purpose to boost the indigenous defense manufacturing in the country. With a mixed arsenal of indigenous and imported state-of-the-art weapon systems, India has been solidifying a border defense vis-a-vis Pakistan and China. Furthermore, both of our enemy nations depend heavily on substandard as well as non-battle tested weaponry. With indigenization of defense arsenal, India has the advantage that with technological know-how, the nation can economically mass-produce these weapon systems at will in case of emergency. This saves India from the leverage that other countries might have enjoyed in the case of emergency procurements. With strong and robust military-industrial corridors and indigenous technology, India is making itself fully prepared for the biggest threat our enemies can pose, that is a two-front war. Apart from the security threat at borders, growth of India's defense sector is a scary sign for China and its vassal Pakistan. From a compulsory defense importer, India is now slowly turning into a credible defense exporter in Southeast Asia and the Middle East.